Hi there, today I'm unboxing a GoPro Hero 6 Black. So you may recall I did a video previously showing where I purchased this particular product from Amazon.com and I received a fake. So a follow-up to that, I did get a full refund from Amazon and they even refunded my postage for sending it back to the US. I did ask them whether or not I'd get another issue if I ordered from them again, and they reassured me I shouldn't do, and even if I did, they'd refund me again. So I thought I'd give it another go, and here we are now, actually with the real GoPro Hero 6. So let's have a look at the packaging. Details on the front, so 12 megapixel pictures, 4K at 60 frames per second in terms of video, and waterproof up to 33 feet or 10 meters in water. Comes well packaged, sort of glossy finish on there, obviously a clear case to see the camera, and this is what I was interested in when I actually received this initially. I was a bit paranoid in case it was another fake, but looks good so far. Some pictures here just indicating what I've already mentioned in terms of video and waterproof, how deep it can go underwater. Also indicates here you've got a microphone and it's touchscreen. Another picture on the back, and looks like what's included in the actual package. Okay, so let's open it up and see what we get in the packaging. Quite firmly in here. There you go. Pops out. So, nothing else in the packaging. You've just got the actual camera and a box underneath it. So within the box, you've got the manual, it looks like. Let's have a look at that first. Okay, basic instructions, just via pictures, just to show you how to take it out of the actual case, replace battery, and obviously clipping it onto something and charging. Very simple. You break it, we'll replace it. Okay, interesting. Some stickers here, it looks like. GoPro on there. Important product safety instructions. There you go. Instructions in a number of different languages, which is good. Okay, let's move on. Open that. Charging cable. USB to Type-C. Okay, it's good. A clip. Battery. Another clip. And let's see if there's anything underneath there. Nothing there. Okay, the actual camera itself. So it's attached onto here. So we just gotta carefully just pull this off, so it looks like a little rubber seal to avoid it coming off easily. Hold the two tags together and it just slips off. There you go. Okay, so I've laid out all the items you get in the packaging. So let's take a look at the actual camera. So it looks like it comes in a tough plastic case. The camera's actually within this and you can take it out. So the clips you actually get in addition. So they come with a 3M sticky pad. You can take that off, attach it to something and just clip the camera in. So if I lift this bit up, I can just show it just being pushed in. There you go, it's locked. And then you can just put this rubber piece into position so it just can't easily be clipped together to push out again. Okay, so let's push that up and take this clip out again. Easily comes out again. Okay, so to take the camera actually out of this case, you've got a clip just here, and if I just pull on that, that opens, that can come out, and we can just push the camera out like so. There you go. Okay, so now we've actually got the GoPro out of the case. Just to show you around the product. So there's an LCD screen here, obviously the lens there for recording, and below here you've got the battery compartment. So if I hold onto that and pull sideways, pops open. Build quality seems really good compared to some of the cheaper ones you can get out there. Obviously you are paying quite a premium for this. Slot straight in there, and there you go, tightly closed. It's got a power button there. See if I can give a clear view of that. You've got mode, and a hole there. Looks like a record button here, and that's it. And then you've got the actual display, which is touch screen, and that's it. So let's hold on to this. And it's powered on. And there you go, that's what you're presented with. And what I can do, I can switch between languages. So we want English on it, so let's click the tick and we'll agree to the terms. Okay, you can turn on GPS on the device, so it actually captures the location, so I don't really want that. You can change it later on. Modes and settings. Advanced settings, just giving you some basic features on there. Click on there. Media. And exit. There you go. Ready. And set up QuikStories. Okay, for now, let's just cancel that one. Okay, set up later and okay to that. Set the date. Okay, got the time on there. There you go. Okay, so ready to use the camera now. So set up. So the next thing we want to do is put the SD card in there. But before we do that, let's have a quick flick round the front, and that tells you the mode you're in. So if I click next, it's in camera mode. You can see by the camera picture. Click it again, and again. So that looks like time lapse and video mode. Okay, so if I hold on to it, okay, display's gone. That display's off, so that should be it. So if I now hold on to that button and pull it across, okay, so the micro SD card goes in just there. So I've got my card here, and if I just carefully place it in, I can just push it in with my nail, and there you go, it's gone in. And we can just close the lid like so. Okay, so let me power it on so you can see what appears on the LCD at the front. So HERO6, that's good, we've got the right camera. Then we've got the actual mode it's in at the moment. So you've got the indicator just here that it's in filming mode, and the resolution is 1080, 60 frames, and it's widescreen, plus 3 hours and 50 minutes worth of recording time on that. And you've got the battery indicator. So if I click mode again, then you've got the camera mode, so you can take pictures with it. And I'm guessing that's 24,000 pictures you can take on there. Click it again. Burst mode, so you can do a large number of shots in a burst. Then you've got time lapse, and then back to video. So small number of options. Now on the back, if I go here, you go into the options and you can flip between the different ones. So recording, camera, and time lapse. So 3 different time lapse options. So time lapse video, time lapse photo, night lapse photo, and that's all you have. So I'd probably leave it on that one if I was doing a time lapse. And if we go on photos, so photo, burst, night photo, and looping. So it will loop around, I guess, when it's recording. Let's put it on video. Don't want it on loop, don't want it to overwrite any sort of footage. We want to hold on to the footage that we got. Now, if I click on res just here. Okay, so here are the different resolutions. So you've got 720 here, 1080, 1440, 2.7K at 4:3, 2.7K, 4K by 4:3, and 4K. And in the middle, you've got the current resolution it's using. So let's flip over to 4K. Okay, and to play back this resolution, for instance, your phone or computer must support HERO5. Okay, so 4K, 60 frames per second, and that's the angle, so you're going to get a wide angle on there. So let me show you some of the other additional options on here. So if I flick across, you go to PT Protune. It says enables advanced video settings for greater control, and there's a power button there. If I turn that on, you've got the additional options there. If I turn it off, it goes away, and you've got a reset option there in case you mess up the settings and you don't know what it was before. Video stabilisation, that's disabled only because of the resolution I've got it in. So the frames per second is 60 at the moment. So if I take it down, that should be enabled. Go again. Auto low light, so that's selected at the moment. If I click it, it grays out slightly so you know it's off. So it's on by default. And manual audio control. So your GoPro's auto switches between stereo and wind reduction modes for optimal sound. Turn on to lock your GoPro in either stereo or wind reduction mode. So that's quite a useful one. So that's off now. If I click it again, it's on. So that's on auto, and that's for manual setting it. So if I now come out, if I click there, and frames per second, if I take it down to 30, and I flick back on just to show video stabilization, it's on and it's cropping. I can turn it off if I click, and that's in the off mode. It's slightly darker, and there you go. That brings you back again. Okay, so let me show you the menu that's at the top. So if I click on there, that's an auto lock option. So what that does, it automatically keeps locking the display in case you accidentally change the settings. So let me turn that off. Voice control, so you can enable voice commands and control the device via that. Connections, you can connect an app to this device from your mobile. Connect new device, Wi-Fi band, let me show that one, that was 5G. Name, password, reset connections, wireless connections. So this turns into a hotspot and your phone can connect to it. Next is preferences. You've got a quick tour of the camera, about this GoPro, GoPro updates, time, date format, on camera voice control, it's off currently. Wake on voice, that's quite an interesting one. Language, list of commands. If I click on that, that's all the commands you can do via voice. Very useful function to have. Beep volume, that's off at the moment. Obviously, as you're going and selecting options, you can have a beep on if you wanted to confirm things are being clicked. LED, quick capture, default mode, auto off, screensaver, brightness, auto rotation, GPS, language, video format, regulatory, HDMI output, audio input, format SD card, camera defaults, and factory reset. That's all the options you get in the device. And if I now go there, back to the beginning. Pretty straightforward to navigate around. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show is the voice control in action. So I think this is a really cool feature. So if I drop this down, click here, voice control's on, and this avoids you fiddling around with settings and just getting it working very quickly. So I could say, GoPro, take a picture. There you go, picture's been taken. GoPro, start recording. There you go, recording started. GoPro, stop recording. How cool is that? Easy to use as well. No messing around, trying to find different settings.
So when you're out and about, this could be quite a good way of doing things. And even if you wanted to take a selfie, you could just say, GoPro, take a picture. There you go, very simple. Really impressed with this. Okay, so this is a recording with the GoPro without stabilisation on. Okay, so this is a recording with the stabilisation on. I was thinking, you know. Thank you. Okay, so you've seen the unboxing and setup of this GoPro Hero 6. Reason for doing this video, the GoPro Hero 7's out and this one's dropped in price, so I thought it's worthwhile showing what it's capable of. Now, a couple of things I wanted to highlight. One of the things being the fact that it's a waterproof case. Now that has impacted the quality of the sound. So you've seen the sample footage. If that was a normal camera, sound quality would have been considerably better on it. Now the other thing, it's got intelligent stabilization built into the device, but the thing to note is it's not going to work at 4K 60 frames per second. So disappointed by those 2 points. But other than that, it is a really good device. I use it for another channel I have, which is called Geek Street Travels. Do a search on YouTube and check it out if you can. So you can see a lot of the footage I've done on there. And picture quality wise, it is really good. And the way I use it, I actually use it with a gimbal. So that provides additional stabilization for it. So this is the actual gimbal I'm using. There you go. Hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Thanks for viewing and don't forget to like and subscribe.